And there it is. All right.
Zippity zappity doop.
Zippity zappity zoop zoop zoop. So welcome once again,
Ruined it.
everyone, to 13th Age. We have a guest this week, JPEG, joining us as an NPC. JPEG, say hi.
Hello.
So let's go ahead and go through. Rumham, who are you? Who are you playing? And what's one thing you want the audience and JPEG to know about the world we're in and the events that led to now?
I am playing Kalia. She is an Asimir cleric / shield bearer, but really more of a shield bearer. And I want the audience to know that I have 70 health now, so watch out. I'm gonna be tanking everything now.
Oh, 70 elf. Ugh.
All right, Ellen.
I'm Ellen. I play Dame Kiri Jadespine, who is a bard. She is an opera singer, who is also a dwarf and the kind of sort of head of her dwarven clan, the Jadespines. Oh gosh. Something that everyone should know. I hate this part. I'm bad at it.
What do you want JPEG to know?
We're in a bad place.
You want to elaborate on that, like a little?
We are in the Stone Thief, which is, as far as I think we've established, the largest the largest recorded living dungeon ever. It eats buildings and things and incorporates them into itself, and it's kind of like being in an Escher painting. Escher print, sorry.
That's true, and it's only about to get weirder. Pow?
I'm playing Leanne Morns. I'm a commander. I yell at people and make them do damage. And I use extreme cheese techniques, such as adding another d20 of damage to Halball.
Yeah. What's something
That's about it.
you want?
I also cook.
Yeah, that's what you want them to know? You cook?
Yeah.
All right. Max?
All right, I play Lucian, who is a ranger barbarian. He is a ranger, but then when he does turn into a rage, he actually turns into a werewolf because he is a lichen. And he uses just his, emotions or rage to kind of control it with the help of the priestess. Something that maybe our guests should know is that Lucian loves to collect NPCs, so prepare yourself.
And then
Lucian's actually a Pokemon trainer in disguise.
yeah, I mean that's how it goes, right? And then last but certainly not least, Seb.
Hey, I'm playing Raza and the accompanying sentient axe Halval. There's nothing special about him. He's a lizard man barbarian with all of the lizardy accoutrement that you might expect from such a character. And one thing that you should know about him is that he is extremely food motivated.
And then what do you want JPEG to know about the world, how you got here?
Oh, I'm from a different planet.
Yeah. Forgot
Don't
that
ask
part,
questions because it's that's in the past. We're not looking that direction anymore.
Speaking of Raza and Havel, I have one retcon from last session. I thought a bit more about the Emperor watching the party and adjusting things. Although it's cool imagery, I feel like that's a bit too hands-on for an actual icon at adventure level.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know where else you pulled that power from to pull out a hit, but I'm going to roll that one back just a smidge because of the avenues it opens up for other people.
Sure. Fair enough.
And once again, yell at me when I say trying to break that habit. So, when we last left off, the party had finally gotten to the end of the gauntlet, a death maze of various assembled buildings and rooms put together into challenging and nearly death-causing challenges. um,
You said it.
I know.
Take a d6 damage.
Ah! The custodian of that level was the Mad Butcher, an earth elemental bound into that level's service by the Stone Thief, who took perverse delight in throwing damage and all sorts of scary things at adventurers, but bound to ancient rules of letting them at least have a chance. This was coalesced in escaping past a Minotaur, meeting a cleric of the Bright God of Mercy who was hiding out in that area, helping adventurers get past, and then fighting off with a Mad Butcher who cheated and sent the party plummeting to the next level when he started losing. The party plummeted into a dimly lit cavern, almost a ravine that was occasionally being lit by bright blue and purple and blasts of magic light as various things were being consumed in the distance and their magic sent off bursts of light. They set up a small camp and got back all their health and recoveries and such, and I believe Leanne prepared a nice little meal.
Yeah, she did. You know what it is, though?
What is
Do
it?
you?
It's shish kebabs, right?
Yeah, it's kebabs. She grabbed some sticks, cleaned them out, burned them, make sure they're clean, and using a cache found thanks to some markings in the past from the Diabolist, she created a nice pepper and meat-filled kebab. Spicy, delicious, and also one of them got a special fruit from a rare flower nearby. And when you eat it, you have the ability to use dragon breath.
Uh-oh, Raza. Uh-oh.
Oh, give it to me.
This is another way of using icon relationships. Pow is using Leanne's cooking to store icon relationships and food. It's something we're exploring doing. Speaking of icon relationships, it's a full heal up. I'm wiping out all your remaining old icon relationships. Go ahead and roll all your new icon relationships. As a reminder, you can open up your character sheet and hit the little button to the side of them. This time around, we're hoping that the cards actually work.
Okay, so I never seem to get this right. Should I just set this at 1 each before I roll?
Hold on. You have 3 points total. You put 2 in the Druid, so never touch those again, and just hit the dice to the side. And for people like Leanne and Kalia who got advantages, you should actually see cards pop up into your hand.
Nope.
I don't have any cards.
Nope.
Oh, no. Did I not update that? Oh, I didn't actually update it. Oh, well.
Nice work. Proud of you.
I mean, I could go take we could wait 5 minutes. I could go grab the update, but that's okay. So, Kalia, you have Great Golden
A new
Worm.
icon relationship.
Yeah, Great Golden Worm 5. And Crusader 6.
Blah.
And Leanne has
Emperor 5,
Diabolist
6.
Emperor 5. And wow, Lucian, no, you
I
get
have
5.
2 advantage.
Yeah.
Complicated.
Dame has Priestess 5, Elf Queen 6, and Lucian has Priestess 5.
2 5s.
Yep. All right. And Raza got none this time around. All right. Leanne, have you written down that food that you have, by the way?
No. I probably should.
So after taking your couple hour power naps, rotating around watches, and cooking up a small food covering the flame to make sure the smoke doesn't seep too far out, do you guys have anything left to say before you continue on into the canyon?
I have a brief question. This was a long rest, right? So we get
Yep.
to restore everything? Okay.
Yep,
You
it's
should have all your
roll.
health, all your recoveries, all your recharges, all your dailies.
Damn, everyone's quiet.
Yeah, anything you say to each other before you move on?
Well,
Sorry for shooting you in the back, Kalia.
Apology not accepted.
guys,
Well,
my cane eye is glowing.
That's true.
you're what?
The eye of my cane, it glows.
Ha!
Does this mean it's religious?
Ew, ew,
Thank
ew,
the
ew.
priestess.
Hmm,
Could just be magic. I mean,
maybe. Still cool, I guess.
eh.
Alright, let's go find ourselves a windmill.
Huzzah!
Hey, you remember what it is this time.
It was a 50-50 shot. Almost at lighthouse.
All right, so you guys travel along the canyon for a while. Again, it's being lit up by various color of magic and such, and the sky. You have come along a stream. You got about a fresh water from. It's rushing pretty quickly by. All of the rocks in this area seem fairly natural, but there's bits of random buildings struck here and there. Out of them, just doors that are half jutting out, leading to nowhere. And various parts of the various rocks are slowly moving, building the canyon up bigger and larger. You guys come upon a part of the canyon which is extra tall and echoey, and see a group of orcs dragging a screaming, kicking human to an altar. I said it again. Let me swap the music too. Icons.
Is everyone else seeing purple?
Yeah.
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 Purple and blue flashes of light from.
This is a hot pink human chopper.
Okay. Okay. You know, what's wrong with that, huh? Do you got something to say about that?
It's just a funny adjective.
Hot pink is a perfectly respectable thing to be, alright?
It's the color.
Where are these orcs? I'm not seeing them.
All the way at the bottom of the map.
Oh.
I don't know if Dame has line of sight.
Yeah,
Nope,
the
I'm gonna
Dame.
stick myself-
might
There we
not.
go. Now
I also do not have see it.
It's down the other branch.
Hey guys, look over there. It's looks like a cult.
Before you get much closer, one of the orcs puts it in front of puts the human in front of the altar, and without hesitation, the axe comes flying down into the back of the body as it goes limp. The taller orc, dressed in red, mutters a few incantations here and there, looks disappointed, dejected, and then writes some notes in her book, and starts moving her hand and pulling the blood goes up into the air, forming into an orb in front of her as she leeches the blood from his body.
Oh hell no!
That's nasty.
Kalia's gonna rush over.
Hold on.
Whoa.
I will note
Stop.
you can see up here that there are other orcs sitting around a small flickering fire, keeping idle watch over the area.
Okay, I'm gonna move behind that rock then.
There's what seems to be a cave path that way, or going alongside the river. This is tall enough that you could sidle along it and make a check to sneak by safely. And that's where we're going to open up.
Alright. Well, I actually have a long range bow, and I can actually fire from here.
You sure
But
can.
I think that we should send a flanking party over here. What do you think, Commander?
Not bad, Ranger. Not bad.
All
Let's
right,
do
so
it.
maybe Raza and Kalia or somebody goes out there and flanks, and then we draw them into this narrow corridor.
Well, if we
Yeah,
want to draw
guess. I
them
don't-
in, wouldn't Kalia be best at the front here, Ben?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea to put all the squishies together and then have everybody else over there.
I'm the
Have Raza
tankiest.
there.
Well, just, speaking.
And we've got Grizz. They wouldn't be able to get to Dame.
Dame's actually pretty okay as far as things go.
But
So
if Kalia wants to stay, I can send Grizz with Raza.
Yeah, Kalia's gonna
Send the
gonna
two
stay
man
here.
to the cave. To the cave.
All right. Grizz will keep an eye on Raza.
While you guys are doing this, the orcs are. Yep, perfect, JPEG. That's it, working as intended. One of the orcs pulls aside the body into a pile, and the other heads off up the river at the behest of the blood sorcerer, going back to grab a new slave.
We better do something quick, or else I'm gonna start running.
All right.
we
So-
are doing something.
We're gonna do a loose initiative. It is now the party's turn again. What's the party doing?
I drink from the river.
All right. It's slightly sweet water, although lots of dust in it at the surface.
Grizz is gonna head towards this little alley or cave.
All right.
Raza, follow the dog. Follow the dog, Raza.
Do we need to tie a treat onto Grizz's tail?
Then
Grizz
he'll eat him.
Grizz is small enough and it's dim enough that he doesn't have to make a check. All the player characters are going to have to make a fairly easy check to cross this area without being seen by the idle glances of these guards.
Well, as soon as Raza gets past, I will use my long range bow. I think target the sorcerer.
Might as well. It's not
But
bad.
I don't know if is Raza going to keep going or is he pretty preoccupied?
I
No,
think we
he's,
lost him. Oh, there he
He's
is.
he's just fine where he is.
All right. Is anyone gonna? Callie, are you sure you don't want to go with Grizz?
Yeah.
If Raza's here, we have plenty of HP.
I'm sure.
All right.
Well,
Are
Here,
they?
how
about-
are those?
how about
are
this?
those?
There you go.
What?
I moved 2 steps forward.
What exactly
Okay.
is the line of sight on these guards?
What do you mean by that?
The line of sight. Where does their vision start and stop?
Oh, I said it again. That's not really a thing in 13th Age, right? They don't have lines of sights officially. So it's just if I'm making a fairly easy check as you pass through, they can see pretty much from this rock to here.
Okay. Raza gets in the water and he just starts swimming slowly downstream.
This stream is not. It's fast moving, but it's like your back would be popping out of it.
That's fine.
Okay. Raza's going down the stream. Kalia, did you state what you're doing?
Leanne, should I fire?
I don't want to get in front of Lucian's bow.
They're gonna find us.
Well-
they won't find us.
Raza,
Let
I want
them-
you to give me a check to see if you sneak by safely.
I'm not sneaking.
I'm fucking firing.
Alright. Hold the horses in. Your arrow goes whizzing over the top of Raza and barely grazes the cheek of the blood sorcerer as she turns you to face your way, and you get dropped immediately into combat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are we holding position? Letting them come to us through this corridor?
Well, we've got a giant lizard in the way. It's not a bad choke point for now.
Alright, that means Callie can't just run up there.
All right, Lucian, you just fired your shot and were first. That was a surprise round, however, so you can go ahead and go again.
Alright, and I'm assuming I am too far for a double range still, right?
You're correct.
Alright.
It's not too much far outside of your range, but yes.
Wow, that was a poor fucking damage roll.
18? That's not bad.
18?
No,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
bad.
Okay,
Look
never
at the
mind.
roll.
There's a couple ones.
3 ones.
Your second arrow finds far more purchase and implants into her shoulder. She lets out a cry of pain.
Alright. Gris is gonna go farther into the cave
Okay.
using his sniffer.
Can you see from Grizz, by the way?
Yes.
Perfect. I wasn't sure if he had sight. He smells something kind of rank up ahead as he gets closer, though.
Nuts.
All right, that's as far as he can get right now.
Alright.
All right, Callie, it's your turn. Callie?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I'm just moving up a little bit further and holding my action since I can't do anything ranged.
Okay.
So if someone
What are you
tries to
holding your
run up
action?
and-
What action are you holding, and under what conditions will it fire?
I am holding up my shield and gonna try and block any ranged attack that comes this way.
All right, you could deploy your shield if that's what you want to do.
No, I am holding it in my hand.
Okay. Then go ahead and end your turn. All right, Raza, you are riding down the river.
I continue to ride down the river.
You can move all the way till about here if you want to keep riding down the river.
I do so. He's barely aware that they know that he's there. He hasn't seen any aggression from their part yet, so it doesn't register with him the danger of the situation yet, I think.
Now, Seb, I want you to go and give me a wisdom check to see if they even notice this large log going downriver.
A wisdom check. Yeah, he's swimming very lazily. I don't know that either of his particularly more active backgrounds apply to this, so
Oh, well,
feral survivor, maybe.
what was your homeland like? Did it have a lot of water like this?
Oh yeah, a lot of it. Dagobah. Think Dagobah.
I can only
Lots of
imagine
swamp
that
areas.
staying hidden in water is one of the many traits of a feral survivor.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm okay. Let's see what that's given us. Not great.
Luckily, you did pass the check. Well, hold on.
Oh.
Never mind. No, they noticed you. The orcs up above are pointed at you, and I forgot to add them to initiative. Now that I think about it.
Can anybody see them? I'm getting like a wall
No,
from the canyon.
I can't see him.
Yeah, Callie can see like one of them.
Yeah, I can see him.
All right,
Okay.
Rosa, are you holding your action? Are you just going along?
I think he knows that they're there, but without them sort of approaching or drawing weapons in his direction. He doesn't take them quite as seriously. Havel, on the other hand, is going to, I think, hold an action to teleport him out of the way of the first attack made against him. If that's possible.
Yes. If someone approaches melee range, Havel will teleport.
Okay, perfect. That's turn.
Alright, Vargon the Blood Sorcerer pulls out a small horn and lets loose on it, alerting nearby orcs to the fact that there are people and that they are hostile. Off in the distance, more orcs are going to join the fight. She, meanwhile, is going to move behind her ally, trying to get out of line of sight of where the arrow came from, and going to turn her attention to the nearest enemy, which is the one that is just kind of floating in the water, and let out a hand and small incantation as, let's see, I don't actually, as blood starts pulling out of Raza's edges of his skin and such and into her spear of blood.
By the way, Toon, you rolled that privately.
I sure did. That was a hit. Sorry, let me turn that to public. Can I make that private? Reveal to everyone. Ta-da!
Okay. The Woad kicks into action.
The Woad, yes, that does target your MD.
So now I wonder. It does target my MD. I'm gonna switch it over to Raza's AC.
Okay. And is that then a miss?
That is then a miss by 1 point.
Alright, the woad glows along the outside of your skin, and the blood stops where it is, returning back to your body.
Okay, perfect.
Does she still get the 2 points?
She does not. She currently has 2 points, by the way. It is now the Orc Rager's turns. The one by her is dedicated to protecting her, is going to stand nearby, holding his action. The one that was going the other way is going to immediately turn back around, run over to Raza, and throw a great axe at Raza.
I teleport.
That's true. He finds nothing, as Raza's no longer there. Go ahead and roll your power, showing that it's expended.
Sure thing.
And where are you teleporting to?
Now, is that a ledge that I see up to the east of the map?
There is a ledge here where there's one orc, and then there's 2 ledges up here, one with 2, one with 1.
Yep, that's where we go. Up to the very top of that ledge.
The orcs that were just looking around at the intruders are startled and fall to their feet with a thump, and then pick back up their weapons and turn to engage you. The one orc lost his action, and over by our guest star, Ganny Dent, 2 of the orcs are going to start heading the opposite way as the other orcs start corralling the people, and Ganny is going to be grabbed by his slave keeper Barlock the Cruel, and start being marched towards combat.
And we can't see any of this.
You can't
it's
see
just
any
Raza.
of that. Raza
Oh,
can't
man.
even. Actually, yeah, Raza should be able to see that
And
there's
he can't
additional.
even tell us what he's seen.
Raza, you do see additional groups of people, by the way. Ganny, do you let out any sort of complaint as you're grabbed and hauled, or is this just more the same for you?
More of the same. I'm used to it.
Raza sees a fairly typical human. Scanny, how old are you? Like,
I've lost track, actually. Probably somewhere in my 30s.
traditional Empire farmer man. Being held by Barlock the Cruel. Barlock cannot fire up there, and so he's going to hold his action if anyone gets nearby. Leanne, is now your turn.
Yeah. It's my turn.
I have a hunch on what you will do.
I'm gonna shift to the side. I weigh odds. Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, I have a 25% chance of getting anything but 1 point.
Two dungeon spawn orcs, orcs that have been born in this dungeon. They have bits of masonry and buildings sticking out of their heads. Are going to immediately team up on Raza. And they are going to pull out their good old orc stabbing swords.
Ooh, they sure are.
Both are going to find purchase against their new foe.
It begins.
Another further down is going to fire his heavy crossbow at Kalia.
I have my action stored to.
You do.
I mean, it doesn't hit anyway, but
Your shield deflects the crossbow bolt without even taking a dent. And the other is going to move up but cannot see anyone, so he's going to hold his action. And
now
the
where
other
did
two,
that come from? Over here?
Right about over here.
Oh, okay.
There's a lower
So-
ledge that it came from.
So does whoever is there have line of sight on the party behind me?
Nope, they can just barely see you.
Okay.
They had to like lean around some rocks to do so. And now it is the dame's turn.
All right. As is tradition, the dame is going to burst into song. Song of Heroes, getting that going.
Is this a song from like an orc themed opera?
I need a hero!
No, I think this is she's trying to really take advantage of the echo. Since we were told that this is a really echoing cavern, so it's traditionally performed more as a duet, and it's kind of a war cry. It's supposed to be between two opposing generals who are like cursed to fight against each other or something. It's very tragic. Everybody, but it echoes brilliantly, and because of the echo and the inherent rhythms, it sounds awesome, like she's actually getting the duet going. And then she is going to can I attack from here? Does this count as, would this be in ranged distance to say Vargon or the benevolent orc?
You'd
Either
have
one.
to move up to probably a bit past Kalia, actually. Like Kalia's shoulders where you could get the benevolent orc, and you'd have to go even further to get the other two.
Okay, she's gonna come up and kind of hide behind the rock.
Kalia didn't notice in the haste of being shot, but as you're standing behind Kalia, you see her demon detecting tattoo on her hand softly glowing, adding to the light nearby.
Oh,
The
great!
game is so small. She's so small.
Yes, the dame is going to echoing thunder at the benevolent orc. Yes.
That is a solid hit.
Wow.
Oh, and also, she did not get the sustain on.
The pure power of your voice causes rocks to rumble down onto the benevolent orc ranger's head as he takes damage.
Great. All right, that's the dame can out of character can the not out of character, out of combat. Dame's gonna kind of like point at Kalia's tattoo and be like, "Why is it glowing? What?"
Oh
What-
boy. We got some demons on our hands. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Demons?
Yeah, no.
Demons.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't even worry about it. Easy peasy.
Lovely cave. Great cave.
Yeah.
All right. Leanne, are we still? Is the plan still just to chip away at them from range? Let them come to us?
I don't know where Raza went. We should push forward. We don't want him to die. Or at least we don't want to lose Havel.
All right. I'm a little wary because I know that there's a lot of hold actions out there, but
That's
Cody-
metagaming.
yeah, that's true. Cody, how far do I have to get in order
If you want
to
to
do my
fire,
double range?
if you want to fire on what, the blood sorcerer?
Is she like using the orc as a human shield?
Not quite a full-on human shield, but he's certainly in front of your shots. You could aim
Okay.
around him, but it would be a penalty.
Like
Minus
-1
2.
or... Okay, so it aims it's -1.
Mm-hmm.
How far would I have to get?
You'd have to move up to about the mouth, so right around here.
Okay. I shall move. Actually, I'll stay closer to this side. Oh, and I can see everyone. Okay. And then this guy's actually pretty hurt, so I'll target him first.
All right.
Shoot!
Swing.
That is an odd, but that is definitely a hit. You ended up, you were still targeting the blood sorcerer, but I know you meant the rager. He falls to the ground, his blood seeping into the river, washing downstream.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. And then Grizz smells something, huh?
He does.
Okay.
In
Actually,
fact,
he can kind of
Grizz
see
sees
something.
the form of bodies squirming around in the wall of the cave. A hand breaks free suddenly in front of him as an orc steps out.
What? Chris will give a whimper and run back here, which is, I'm assuming, as far as he could go, because that was as far as he could go.
Yep.
Okay.
Surprise.
All right.
It's
So you
standard
guys heard I
action.
yelled.
Well, he can give up his standard action to move twice. Whereas before, he was moving up and holding his standard action.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to regroup.
He'll actually hold. He'll hold this, because there's only one person that could get to it.
So
But he barks at the crew, like, and notions towards the cave. And then stands guard like he's guarding it. Like, at attention.
Alright, is that your turn? Alright, Kalia?
Now, we are in a bit of a predicament, if I say so myself. And I know one person who could really help us in said predicament. I want to use my Crusader 6 to clear some of these people on the battlefield. Because there are a lot of them.
So, you can tell from up here that the altar they were in front of is actually Crusader related.
Okay.
And the Orc Ragers are mooks. Spending your 6, I'll allow the altar to suddenly come to life and execute the mook in front of the blood sorcerer.
That's it?
That's a whole enemy gone.
But they're mooks. I didn't know
They're
they were
27
mooks.
health. That's like 2 attacks for most people.
That's a lot for a 6. Or that's not a lot for a 6.
I feel like that's a lot for a 6, but you know what? If you want something else, pitch it.
You might want to wait for the demon to actually show up for you to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question about my demon tattoo. Where is the scent on the wind coming from?
It's simply a
It's a
faint
hand
glow.
tattoo.
Okay. Well, man.
Oh man.
So if I just like, how far could I get if I just run?
If you give up your attack, you could run all the way to any of these foes.
Down here?
You could get right in their face.
But you wouldn't be able to attack.
And how far could I get if I don't use both of them? Like here?
Probably right here.
Okay. Yeah.
You have some sort of range, right?
I do, but it's not. I mean, it's not the best. Yeah. Kalia's sick and tired of this. And wants to get her hands on that blood mage. So she's just running. And she is gonna make an attack. Oh god, the river is so loud. Let me just turn that down to a babbling brook. She's gonna make a ranged attack at the blood sorcerer.
Is that a -2 to the attack?
Yep. You try to carefully aim past and hit the blood sorcerer, but your arrow just flies wide and does no damage.
Whack.
And then I also want to use one of my invocations.
Okay.
To add miss damage.
I assume you want to do that in the opposite order.
Yeah, no, I realized after, but it's fine. I'm okay with not adding the miss damage since I did it second. But for everybody else, they can add the miss damage.
Identifying a moment where having that invocation would be useful, you invoke begrudgingly the Great Golden Worm. Your shield glows ever so slightly, and
Gross.
everyone now has miss damage. And
that's it.
Alright. Raza, you have just been teleported up. There's one orc dungeon spawn who's muttering, the other is far overpriced. What do you do?
I am going to throw one of them off the ledge. How high up are we?
A good 20 feet.
A good 20 feet.
And you know what? I said so it'll even do more damage.
Okay. Yeah, I want to pick one up by the scruff of their armor and throw them off. I'm assuming that's a strength contest.
That is absolutely a strength contest.
Let's go. I don't like being challenged for my high places. I've done this a lot on my home planet. I would fight rival lizard folk on huge branches over swamps. And this guy is just unfortunate that Raza did not lose very often. Does that give me Feral Survivor?
I'm going to say yes, but you have to tell me about a time that you fought another of your kind in a strength contest and won.
Oh, I'll do better. The day that we found Halval, it was on a ledge where it was on a ledge of a crashed spaceship that it looked as if it had been torn in half, and the only way to that particular ledge where the magnanimous chest holding Halval was located was only accessible by a catwalk. And so Raza, engaging in a massive tribal beatdown, had to throw several of his tribe mates off of that catwalk in order to lay claim to the axe.
All right. Go ahead and make the check.
30.
Wow, that is incredible. All right. Let me double check this guy's health. With the extra damage, he goes splattering to the ground, instantly dead.
Raza doesn't roar very often, but there is sort of like a low rumbling hiss as he turns his eyes to the next one.
Oh no.
And that's turn.
Alright, it is now the Blood Sorcerer's turn. She is going to... Yeah, her orcs go with her at the same turn. Moving with her orc ranger, but he'll follow her, like, he's moving after her anyway. She is going to blast another spell towards Kalia. As Kalia's blood pulls out of her. She is
Does
now...
that hit?
That
Oh,
is
it's
a hit.
MD. Gosh darn it.
And then she is going to go upstream.
Oh,
We were upstream.
So,
I don't think
well,
the
up
applies
the other
damage
stream.
worked.
Make sure you have yourself
Yeah.
selected.
Oh, right. I forget that every time.
It is now the Rager's turn. The one moved with her is still her ally, but the other Orc Ragers are pouring out and joining him. So they are going to rush forward towards Kalia together. And all three of them are going to use their great axes and start heaving at Kalia. Oh, I have Raza selected still.
Only the first one hits.
Not the third one?
No, my AC is 23, I believe.
Your AC is 21.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Okay, then they all
So
hit.
2 16 hits.
Yeah.
And that was hold on, that was a 13 and a 4 and a 9. So, so far so good.
Can I... So that's 2 hits with 16?
Yep,
So that's
32
what,
damage.
32? Can I use my defender to have that?
Can you use Defender on
wait.
yourself?
I
I don't think you can use Defender on yourself unless you use an icon relationship.
Oh, that is true. Never mind.
Meanwhile, around the corner, not quite getting in view of the rest of the party, but holding an actual human hostage of Ganny Dent, is Bartlock the Cruel.
Nice.
He has Ganny Dent by one arm around, holding him up with his raw strength as a human shield. Not hitting Ganny is going to be a -4 penalty. He does not have a ranged attack, so he's simply going to sneer at the party and say, "Hey, more slaves, eh?" Ganny Dent, do you have anything to say about another group of adventurers about to be slaughtered by your orcs, your orc takers?
Just kind of look up.
You broke up
look
there.
Around. I just kind of look up and I look around, and I look kind of hopeless. Like I anyone that I can lock eyes that I can lock eyes with, I just for a moment there might be a fleeting hope, but then it's gone.
All right, Leanne, it's now your turn.
It is. Well, I can move up to where like Lucian is, yeah.
You sure can.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I can see what you mean about this river.
Loud.
It's loud.
You can go to the spoon that's supposed to be a loot and turn, I believe, ambient down or interface.
Yeah, it's ambient.
There we go.
DLC enemies, disgusting. All right, Leanne, what are you doing?
Weighing the odds.
All right. What do the odds tell you so far?
It tells me that I have 6 command points.
They do. All right, so the easy one right now is that the one dungeon spawn by Raza is going to throw a Great Axe strike at him. Raza, however, is going to parry with Hovel. And the microwavable orc dungeon spawn is going to fire down at Kalia, laying on the damage with his heavy crossbow. It's going to clink off of her shield, and then now that she's in range, 2 more heavy bolts are going to fire from over here. And some of these, we'll see if they hit. Whoops, I had... one of them manages to find purchase past the shield and strikes Kalia for 9 damage.
Oh, this 70 health sucks.
All right, and that is going to be the dame's turn.
Yeah. All right. So here's the deal. I could use sound burst. Whoops. What are we doing?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I
could
don't
use
like
sound. Well, okay. No. All of a sudden,
No,
went back
not-
to my turn back.
Oh.
So I'd like to use sound burst, but if I miss, it'll do 4 damage for each creature that I miss to whoever they're engaged
Now,
with.
Kalia's invocation will give you a additional miss damage as a note. 8 additional miss damage, which applies to Kalia as well.
So you don't have the health for that, do you?
Yeah, I do. I've got 30 right now. I'm okay.
Yeah, so you're good if I
yeah.
sound burst?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna sound burst.
Alright, go ahead and target the group.
Oh, why did that orc move? Is that his turn?
I moved them closer to indicate that they were in fact engaged.
Oh.
Okay, so the name's gonna come up by Leanne and Lucian. And then it goes against 4... Okay, they have to be in a group. Okay, never mind. Alright, so here we go. Daily.
I'm ducking.
Which is
That
not
is
great.
a miss against all of them.
Oh, damn it.
Dealing a 12 miss damage only to Kalia.
Wait. No. 0 thunder damage.
That's
It rolled 0 thunder.
There's a
So I
typo.
take 8.
That's your level.
Okay.
Let me quickly
Alright.
fix that while I'm looking at it.
Actually, wait, that's an attack, right? Hang on.
That is an attack.
Oh?
Hang on. So I can do your job better.
Yes.
Seeing this, like a frog catches the dame's throat and Leanne slaps her on the back. And it corrects her pitches
Oh, Lord.
to you only rolled 1 though. And it does 20 damage to one of them in the group as he holds his ears and screeches. He's no longer unruffled, he's ruffled.
And he is dazed.
And he is dazed. Let me apply that. With
We
these
also have...
tiny icons.
I'm going to roll it again just so that we have the reference. I did not get my sustain of Song of Heroes, so we have the final verse. So I'm going to give Kalia the +2 to her next attack
Thanks,
roll.
Mom.
Gotcha, dear.
Alright, is that your turn then?
Yep.
All right. I guess we just got to start clearing some mooks.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do the double range attack on the injured one, but if I do land it, obviously I'd want to the next one.
They are mooks, so damage will overflow.
Okay.
So your first arrow pierces through, dealing 7 remaining damage and dropping the 1. The arrow, he then falls into his ally, goring him with his tusk, applying the other 9 damage. And then you can roll again, and the other arrow whizzes by, dealing 4 damage as it scrapes across the query.
+8.
Oh, +8. You're right. The divine power of the golden worm makes that wound open much wider as the inquiring worm inquires about why he's so injured.
All right. And then Grizz isn't here again.
Grizz is at the mouth of the cave. What is he gonna do?
He doesn't hear anything.
There are shuffling bodies, multiple heading his way.
All right. He has an inkling that he needs to defend the party's 6. He will hold. He'll hold action for when somebody comes to melee.
Yep.
The choke point is like the Spartans in 300.
Speaking of which, one cave orc, skin very pale, only minutes old, is going to enter the choke point and swing at Grizz with an obsidian knife.
Ooh.
Grizz is going to dodge out of the way and growl back.
Oh, he does more than growl.
Yeah, and then leap at the orc's throat, biting it, nearly taking it down in one hit.
Wow, Grizz actually rolling well.
Woo!
There are other cave orcs that are behind it. The choke point is blocked.
Oh my god!
And they are going to pick up some rocks and start pelting it past their ally at Grizz.
Oh, they have to take a penalty to hit.
Just
He's
like
so
other
small.
things, if they roll a 1, then they can hit their ally.
But what about because he's blocking their view.
He is. So there is when you're using human shields, if you're trying to not hit the shield, then you take a penalty because you're trying to aim accurately. When you're firing into melee, it's just if you roll 1, you instead hit your ally and roll an attack against them. So that's 1 rock. Oh, that's 2 rocks.
That's 3 rocks.
That's 3 rocks, and one of them clunks Grizz square on the noggin.
He lets out a loud roar so that Lucian with his dog ears can hear. Grizz!
Grizz takes a total of 32 damage. It is now Kalia's turn.
How come the math doesn't work?
Okay, so this altar. Well, actually, where did the blood mage go? I got up to use the restroom. I think I might have missed that.
The blood mage ran up the other stream branch.
Oh, okay, so like over here.
Yeah, you can. He's just out of sight around there.
Okay, and then this like altar. I mean, does it have anything to do with the orcs?
No.
No, it's just a crusader altar.
It's a crusader altar.
Gross. Okay, that one's severely injured, dead. I am gonna oh, I forgot to activate my halo. Okay, I'm gonna activate my halo. And
now
then,
golden glowy wings spread out from Kalia.
I'm gonna use my Asmir heal so I can heal as a quick action.
Okay.
And then I am going to... Nice! That was a good heal. And then I'm going to attack this one with my shield.
Healing yourself is a lot more pleasant these days now that the Great Golden Worm is backing them up, by the way.
Gross. I think that's a miss.
That is a miss.
But I get an extra 8 miss damage.
You clonk the Orc Rager in the face and knock it unconscious with your spiky shield. And
Take
a little bit of overflow damage.
Take that.
Alright, is that your turn?
This guy is engaged with me, right?
Correct.
I really want to go for this big guy. Can I?
Oh,
try
you
to
did get a
disengage?
+2 from the Dame.
Mm-hmm. Oh, does
which
that
makes
hit?
that a hit. So you actually deal
Ooh.
far more overflow damage. Instead of 8 miss damage, you do 18 total damage. And
Okay.
so your shield smashes forward, knocking one dead, and the other gets several pointy things. Thank you. Thank you, XC.
Can I disengage and move still?
You can roll to disengage, or you can take the attack of opportunity and disengage automatically.
I will take the attack of opportunity.
All right.
I currently have a +2 because of my halo.
That is true.
Oh, it still hits. Okay.
Your halos end it, and you take 16 damage.
Oh. Did that take the damage? No, it did not.
Make sure you select it.
Apply as damage, and then I'm gonna run over here.
You're going to run over to the big
What?
orc with a name.
Yes.
You took an attack of opportunity to run farther in?
Yes.
All right. Rumham,
Yes.
why?
Because there's an innocent.
There is an innocent.
And I have an icon relationship, so I'm not scared.
All right. Raza?
Raza goes into a frenzy. He rumbles, he hisses at the other orc still on the ledge, and seeing that the orc has not run yet, he opens his mouth and lets out a screech. Now, the escalation die is 2, which means that with a frenzy, I can make two extra attacks, presumably.
But you only have one nearby target, as I remember.
Oh, that's okay. Can I move? Can I attack, move, and then attack again?
Nope.
Oh.
This is not a fairly tough enemy you're in front of. He's a mook.
The thing is that I want to throw him off too, and I want to make sure that he dies. So I wanted to use the throw as my standard action.
Now, if you attack him and kill him, you can stylize your kill as throwing him off the ledge.
And then, but then I still would have, because I wanted my second frenzy attack to go into jumping down and attacking this microwavable orc down here.
Now, so if you attack and then move, you've now split up your actions. I understand what you want to do, and I will let you do it if you spend your iconic... You don't have an iconic relationship.
I don't have an icon relationship.
Squat out of luck. Now, remember, mooks have overflow damage, so if you do enough damage to this one, you can throw his body down at the other one to do damage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is that worth a frenzy?
I don't think so. I'm going to
yeah,
give you
not
that
on the frenzy.
recommendation.
I mean, it might be, because what if I roll a 2?
You're not Grizz.
I rolled like 3 2s last session.
You'll be fine.
Alright.
Yeah, he
Okay.
can re-roll it for you, probably.
Sure. Raza spins the axe in his hands, and then swings upwards like he's batting at a baseball.
Who swings upwards to hit a ball?
Oh. 36 versus AC.
Gross.
That is a...
Gross.
He goes flying up in an arc, takes the 25 damage, and then his body goes crashing down into the other. Now, they have... I can do math. They have 18 health each, so I just gotta do... carry the 4. Perfect. And you hear a resounding crack. The other is badly injured now.
Wait a second.
You have not moved yet, by the way.
I have not moved, and I also have a quick action.
Yep.
Okay.
I see what you
Here.
want to do. You blunder, you.
I jump down.
Alright, going down this cliff, fairly easy. Give me a dex check.
Sure thing. This is normal terrain, navigation for Raza.
Yeah, I would assume so, yes.
So, as a backwater ship scrapper, he had to jump from ledge to ledge, climb up catwalks, clear gaps the sizes that would make even Kalia blush. So this is just another one of those days for him.
All
Is
right.
that fair?
Yep.
20.
You succeed.
Okay, I'm down here.
The couple rocks scrabble underneath you is a close success, but you succeed.
And I will frenzy on the way down.
However, the rocks follow behind you and hit both you and your enemy for 2d6 damage.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and roll it.
Roll 2d6, baby. 7.
The enemy's dead by the crashing of rocks in your weight.
Okay. Never mind. So, can I roll back that frenzy then?
You can roll back. Well, you used the first frenzy, and that's why the rocks came crashing down with your.
Oh, okay.
Fail.
Okay. Now it says that I can replace one of my frenzy attacks with an at will or a basic attack.
Yep.
So after I slide down and I plant all my feet on there, he sort of arches his back, and then he's going to do a basic range by like slinging the axe.
You still have the
down.
sci-fi gun from the Gungoyle that you could reflavor your range as.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Lizard gun, lizard gun, lizard gun.
Okay, sure. So I plant Halval down into the ground next to me after planting both feet, and then the Doom soundtrack comes on in the background as he just sort of pulls out this massive gargoyle arm.
All right, fire.
11. Oh, versus AC. That's probably no good against the sorcerer.
Correct. The sorcerer dodges out of the way, and the ground is scorched beneath her feet.
That's it. Bonus miss damage.
Bonus miss damage, however, and she takes 12 damage still.
Yeah, at least she knows
better than your hit damage.
At least she knows I'm here.
Yeah, that's better than your hit damage.
Wait a second. Doesn't Kalia give us all bonus damage now?
That was
That's
that was it. You got an extra 8 instead of 4.
Good thing you missed.
All right, that's your turn, Raza. It is now her turn. She is going to turn and aim at Raza and pull some more of his blood out. Raza is now vulnerable.
To 5 damage. All right.
Vulnerable. And then she is going, her orb like turns ruby red, and she ducks out behind the rocks out of your, like, you can see at the top of her head, but she's behind cover now.
Okay.
And that is her turn. It is now the Orc Rager's turns. The only one left is up by, just got disengaged from Kalia. He is going to rush up to the archer and throw a great axe at Lucian.
This is messing up my whole plans.
Lucian, that is a hit for 16 damage. In fact, that would have been a crit if there was more of him left, but he is the last of his kind. And that is the Orc Rager's turn. It is now Barkalok the Cruel's turn. He is going to walk forward with his human shield in hand, enter engage range, and strike past Ganny Dent into Kalia with his sword. That's not a natural one, so ignore that one. And his sword is going to find purchase past your shield.
What? Did your halo get popped?
Her halo did get popped.
Yeah, a while back.
And that was not an even, so he doesn't get to use his whip. and he's going to give a cruel, evil laughter and say something about eating you next. It is now Leanne's turn.
All right. Now check out my game plan. I walk up.
Okay.
I stab the orc.
Oof. Big oof.
Incorrect.
Plan. Get in there.
12 miss damage.
Does it kill him, please?
It does not kill him.
Ah.
8 extra miss damage though.
Yeah. That's not enough.
Dame, you gotta kill him so I don't have to disengage.
Well, you know what?
Can do.
You know what? Lucian, stab him. A fed up Leanne missing. Just Lucian, use your sword.
Okay. Target him. Hopefully, actually, it doesn't really matter if attack hits because the miss damage will probably do it.
Lucian's sword, guided by the Great Golden Worm, finds purchase, and the orc falls up dead in front of him.
Oh,
Can't hit
they
14.
have fairly high AC.
They do. It is now
Thank
the
you.
dungeon spawn's turn. There is none by Raza left. There are 2 across the way. They are going to, scared of the person who threw. You can't see him, Raza, because walls are dumb right until we have height. But they're going to target you and fire crossbows at you.
Oh, they can try.
They can.
They succeed.
That is 18 damage total. As 2
See
crossbow bolts pierce through you and hit you.
I dare them to do that again.
All right, Dame, it is now your turn.
Okay. So we have a lot of people dead now, which is nice to see. Barlock, or however you say that, is too far away from where the dame is now, right? Okay. Do we think the dame has heard Grizz whimpering? I'm gonna say the dame has heard Grizz whimpering.
We should probably call out to him too.
Okay, true. How far can the dame get towards
You can get right behind
Grizz?
Grizz.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna come in behind Grizz, and she is going to target, and then Echoing Thunder.
That is a solid hit as your Echoing Thunder ripples through the cave and overflows to the next one.
Excellent.
Chris gives you a lick on the face because you're the height.
You're my best friend.
Thank you.
Alright, and that's the dame's turn.
All right. Lucian, is now your turn. You just saw the dame run over to help your little puppy boy.
Yeah, okay, so I guess, do I have to be in vision in order to use... what is it? Oh, I have to just be near to use this?
Use what?
One nearby animal.
Yeah, you can see Grizz. He's nearby. You now have a tight enough connection with your priestess that you know that giving a small prayer actually heals Grizz.
Alright, so I get to use a free recovery for him?
Mm-hmm. That,
Alright,
wow!
Oh.
He's doing good again?
And now he also just fucking regenerates.
Yep. Lucian, this is the first time that your prayers to the priestess have actually netted magical results like this. Like, concrete magic, you saw Grizz heal up.
Good boy.
What, Lucian glowing like a lighthouse wasn't enough?
From his perspective, he didn't do that.
You know what? I think Grizz will hold action again. I think he's going to stand over the body, and hopefully that over the body attacking at this choke point will give them negative things, but he's gonna keep the dame safe after kind of saved him a little bit there.
All right.
So if anyone comes into the choke point, he will attack the hold. All right, so Lucian, now that Grizz seems pretty safe, will run up. Actually, run to the side a little bit here. And sorry,
Ganny, this group of adventurers seems tougher and better than some of the rest that you've seen. Are you feeling any sort of real hope at this point?
Maybe slightly, but I also know my captors.
All right, yeah.
He's also still being held by.
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
Oh no.
All it takes is one bad arrow and I'm done.
Oh, that could be it.
That could be it indeed. Now, so Barklock...
Wait. I'm gonna reroll it.
Good, because otherwise...
Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, yeah!
Wow!
Damn.
Hey, you know
Almost...
what? Hey, Lucian. You know that crit you just got?
Damn.
What if you could re-roll your damage dice and add another 2 to it? Another 2 damage dice to it.
Alright, so what do I need to reroll?
Now let's take a look at what you rolled here.
He just took 53 damage.
You rolled 5 1s and 2 2s.
No, but it was doubled. So I rolled 2
Oh.
1s. So I'll reroll 2 1s.
Actually, here's what I would do. You should re-roll the 2s as well.
I don't see the 2s.
If you click on your crit.
Oh,
crit damage,
okay.
That's the one that I'm letting you re-roll. You can re-roll all of these. And then add 2 more dice that you roll in top.
And they're d6s?
Correct.
Alright. So how many?
Well, you want to re-roll the 1s at least. You want to re-roll
So
the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8d6. And then plus your charisma or something?
I think it'd just be 7d6. Yeah, and then plus my
7?
charisma for 4. Yeah, 7. So.
Okay. Oh, I did not do so much better.
No, that's
Wait, no, you did a
much
lot
better.
better.
Yep, a lot.
Now, you're really lucky that was a crit, because otherwise, in the staggering amount of damage you just gave Barklock, he let Ganny Dent go, falling to his knees, and otherwise that second arrow would have found Ganny Dent's head, and instead found Barklock's. I really can't stress enough that that if that had not been a crit, you would have just straight up killed him, because he was a human shield.
Jesus.
Welcome, guest.
Alright, blood is pouring out. Barklock is just strung and gored. It is now the Cave Orc's turn. One is going to run forward, and then Grizz gets an attack of opportunity. He's going to climb over his dead twin's body.
Can we delete the dead guy?
Yeah, I can do that.
Just
And this time
Thanks.
it shouldn't crash the whole game.
so far so good.
Alright, that is 14 damage. That is not enough to take him out, merely to do a lot of damage. And so he is going to swing his obsidian knife at Grizz. Managed to find no purchase. And then 2 volleys of rocks are going to find their way towards Grizz again.
You know, maybe these guys should just stick to throwing rocks. They seem much better at it.
Yeah, maybe. That is 8 damage to Grizz. One second, I forgot to add something to the top of the round. Perfect. Alright, Kalia, it is now your turn. You're not looking super hot.
Yeah. I am going to use again my Asimir heal. To heal myself as a quick action. And then
There's
so how
now
many-
a slave man in front of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell the slave to run and get behind cover. I got this. And then how many foes are left? Just this big guy, those two over here,
And the blood
and
sorcerer.
then the blood sorcerer, and then I would assume I don't know about what's going on back here.
You
or
might
those
have
guys
heard
dead?
Lucian shouting, but you had other things on your mind.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna use my icon relationship now.
Oh?
Because there's
He's
a
nearly
bunch
dead.
of people still left. No, I know, but we have Mook and the sorcerer.
Yeah. Okay, what do you want to achieve with your icon relationship?
I want to get rid of some Mook.
I'm not thinking of a way off the top of my head. Pitch me something.
Well, the Crusader is always looking for people to conscript into his army, right?
Mhm.
Whether they're dead or alive, he can get use out of them. So if he just comes in and plucks a couple orcs off of a field, hey, maybe even a blood sorcerer, that would be a good person to have in his army. It would be helping him in his fight against getting revenge on Kalia for disgracing him.
I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
Fine. I'm just gonna shield bash this mother orker.
Are you going for the kill or are you going for the stun? The unconscious?
What do you mean?
Like, he is a named enemy. Most enemies you just kill, but you can hold your action. You can make sure that he doesn't die when you hit him. You can knock him unconscious instead if you prefer.
Do we think we need any information from this guy?
I mean, we can cut his arms off and his fingers one at a time.
No. Priestess won't like that. I don't think we can use
I don't think we need anything from him. No, I'm just gonna kill him. Going for the
Alright.
kill.
Your die did like 20 flips.
The spikes of your shield find their way right into his eyeballs. And he falls over. Dead. The river at this point is just solid red almost from all the blood in it.
And then Kalia looks over in this direction at the sorcerer, probably covered in orc blood and guts, and says, "You still want some? Huh? 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 Come here and fight me, scaredy cat." And Ganny Dent is also probably covered in orc bits too.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We'll take you to the cleaners later.
Have we ever recovered a not disgusting NPC?
That's my turn.
Raza.
Are you calling my werewolves disgusting?
Okay,
Yeah.
no, you're right. The werewolves were not
Stinky.
covered
They're stinky.
poop or blood. You're right.
I need health,
I need healing.
and so I will rage.
Wait.
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Don't worry about it. Seeing the bullets just barely graze the sorceress, Raza will rage. And as he does, he sort of stretches his arms out and lets out a screech, and he will jump down to make an attack against the sorceress. And as he does, I collide with at least one wall. And as he does, he will become unstoppable. So, if the attack hits, he'll get a free recovery.
You're really banking on it hitting.
Oh, well, I basically have advantage. Damn, that was a critical!
Oh, it did. I'm sure.
It hit. You tear off an entire arm of this blood sorcerer.
Is she dead?
She is not dead.
Is Raza nearby compared to me?
Raza is not nearby. You can't see
I'm
him.
not even in your line of sight.
I don't need line of sight
Right.
to yell at you.
But he's also not nearby.
That's fine. Line of sight doesn't matter, though.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else that I have? Yeah, okay. There's a familiar sort of hum coming from Halval. And he, says,
Let's get this money, gamers.
and he'll fly out of Raza's hand.
Hell yeah, let's get this shmoney, gamers.
For 5 damage against her.
Alright. And nicks her from some additional damage.
Yep. And that is turn.
Missing an entire arm, the blood coalesces into a new arm as she mends her blood magic around. She shifts her summoning ritual into a damage ritual instead. And first she's going to see... Oh, baby. She is going to hit both Raza and Kalia with a surge of blood. Nope, that's not it. That's the wrong one.
Oh,
I like that one though.
You should have kept that one.
Yeah.
Ignore the one. Raza, that beats your PD ever so.
Sure.
Kalia, that beats yours as well. She had 5 points in her blood magic pool stocked up. You each take 50 blood magic damage.
Are you shitting
What?
me?
Oh, thank God.
I'm down. I'm at negative. Negative.
Oh,
There's
your
your one.
Oh God. Man, I'm out. I am
If I
freaking
spend my
out.
command points, can I give her another fuck?
negative.
Yes,
negative
one
six.
command point
That's your
per
one, pal.
F-bomb. She is then going to roll and try and disengage and fail. It is now Leanne's turn.
Yeah, man. Definitely is. I just saw Kelly just get wrecked. Well, how far can I go?
You can get all the way up to where Kalia was.
Well, first-
Speaking of which, you saw an absolute torrential bout of sharp blood, like ice blood, icicles of blood, just come out of this joint in the river, knocking Kalia unconscious. And as you walk up, you see Raza is not looking good either.
Oh. Ooh.
And there's archers above them.
There are 2 archers up there left.
Ah, I see. This sucks. Lucian, get over here. Also, I need command points in my life. I need more.
Blah, Leanne, I'm dying. Blah.
She's weighing me up. Kelly is dead.
It's not like I can do anything yet.
2 more crossbows are going to fire down at Seb. One of them, their crossbow is going to break with a heavy twang. The other is going to deflect off of Raza's scales. And the dungeon spawn are then going to take the rest of their turn to run out of the way, away from this failure of a battle. Dame?
Yep. So Grizz and I are still over here holding up this choke point of unnecessariness. So the dame is going to whack the cave orc with echoing thunder.
Just keep doing what you do.
Yep.
You knock the one in front of you completely dead, and the overflow damage is going to actually take out one more.
Great.
There's only one left.
You're
Oh,
gonna
there
get
is another
another
one in
lick
there.
from Grizz.
Okay. We're
I
gonna
know.
hang out then.
So, like, does Grizz get, like, a small little, like, tingly sensation then when licking
I
Dame?
hope so.
Because she's, like, charged up?
Yep. All right, Lucian. Kalia has just fallen unconscious. There is a very confused and suddenly free slave next to Leanne. Ganny, at this point, like, it looks like the party's gonna win. Are you gonna let them know about the other slaves up the river?
I'm just kind of in shock right now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
I'm just like, I just almost died because I felt the arrow like whiz over my head, and then I still haven't quite processed the fact that Barclay is dead. So
So when Kalia told you to run, you just stood there?
yeah,
Oh my lord. And then she died right in front of your eyes.
She just fell unconscious.
at this point, Danny thinks that he's probably like either dreaming, hallucinating, or dead. So
You could stabilize Kalia, which means her death saves don't fail against her, or you could fire at the blood sorcerer.
Fire at the blood sorcerer, please. Get this shit over with.
Of course, if you roll a 1.
I have my commands ready, so...
Okay. Let's see.
Your arrow takes out the blood sorcerer finally, and she drops dead in front of Raza, her blood joining the other stream downstream.
And I have a second shot, but there's nothing to shoot at, right?
Combat is over.
Wait, there's still an orc.
There's
There's still a cave orc.
There's still a cave orc, and he's gonna turn around and flee.
Whoa, it's Grizz's turn.
You're right. Go ahead, Grizz.
This ain't over. Get him, boy. Alright, he's fleeing, so I won't bite again. Oh, and I'll... Grizz gets killed.
Grizz did not get the kill. The cave orc is going to roll and try to disengage and succeed, and he is going to fall back into the cave and disappear.
The dame is going to screech after him, yeah, you better run.
Grizz just turns around with like a happy, smiling dog face, like,
yeah,
I
who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Oh, I was a good boy.
Hey, alright.
Battle's over.
Get up.
I go to Dent and I kind of shake him free, like, get out of there. Are you all right? What?
You're cutting out.
Yeah, we're...
No.
Changing headsets here. This one is old. Give me one sec.
Go.
Can I just roll a regular recovery then, since the fight is over?
Yep, fights are over. They shake you to your feet. You can roll as many recoveries as you want.
Oh my god, the light! I saw the light, but it was red and it smelled like a penny.
That was just blood.
What's a penny?
It smelled like a copper.
It was just a lot of blood.
Check.
Yep, you're good.
Here we go.
There we go.
You came out of your stupor just now.
Yeah. All right. It's...
Yeah, you didn't want to have, like, your recoveries, did you, Kalia?
What?
You didn't want to have like recoveries you could use to heal us, right?
No, I still have 4.
Raza, you
just
might want to
4.
heal up as well.
You guys all have your own recoveries, okay?
Civilian, what? How long have you been in this place?
It's been a while. Years. I don't know. I lost track.
Are there more of your
Yes,
village or tribe?
there's. I don't know. I'm the last of me village. But there's more slaves, more of us upstream. That we're miserable. You lot are more powerful than I've ever seen. You can help us. You can save us.
By the priestess we can, good sir.
Ugh.
It's please. I know it's a lot to ask, but we need help getting out of here. We need you. We need you to free us.
How? What did you guys have to do? What did they have to do?
They've got us down in the caves, growing all sorts of fungus and mushrooms for them. It's just impossible labor. It's dark. It's damp. It's just every day is a living nightmare. There's no light to speak of, and they have us working just all the time.
Are you hungry?
Yes,
Yeah.
all of us.
I give him a blanket and I give him a little bit of let him rest, and I'll talk to the rest of the party. He says that there's more, and I just kind of tell everybody what he just told me.
He specifically said there's more just upstream from you guys.
All right.
Lucian,
Is that upstream this way or upstream that
this way?
Oh, that way. Okay.
Yeah, and I would point that out as we're going through it.
All right. I'll whistle for Grizz to follow, and I'll say I can scout ahead if you guys want to tend to your wounds and keep dead.
I want to loot my kill. Is there anything on Barklak's body?
What kind of things do orcs normally carry? Random trophies, ears on a string, various furs.
You do get a nice whip.
Yeah, there's a whip. It has thorns on it. Lucian, as you walk up, you see that 2 orcs are dragging away a child and an old lady, using them as human shields as they escape. They left behind 1 slave, a dwarf sitting around a small campfire, just kind of listlessly blinking, not quite sure what he's seeing.
They're too far to fire at, right?
You could fire, but you feel pretty sure you'd just shoot a human instead.
All right. I rush over to this guy, and Grizz starts barking.
I'm gonna
and pursuing.
kind of follow along here.
The Grapu.
It's a jade spine.
You don't know that! That's metagaming!
Is this person a dwarf?
This is a dwarf.
Hey, Dame. There's another
would the dame
small
recognize Fazen?
The dame would absolutely recognize Fazen. His fairly blank and gray eyes, looking completely broken, just momentarily give a glimmer, and he starts flapping his mouth, but no words come out. His tongue has been cut out.
Okay, it's okay. Calm down there. It's okay. You're among friends.
Should we give him water or something?
Yeah, let's
Actually, can I spend an icon relation? It's a 5, mind you, to get his tongue back.
Oh man, this is an
And
old
maybe
wound.
Maybe the bad things got a bad lisp, or like I don't know, he can have a weird accent, or
Well, you see, I carefully prepared no backstory for him because he had no tongue.
I'll
I
just say
see.
he's had his tongue cut out since before I got here, so I don't know if you can do anything.
Okay, so the priestess subtly tells Lucian nothing.
It's okay. Yeah. Are there more of you down? Are there more Jade Spines? Are there more of the clan down here?
Grizz went running off.
There's more
Okay.
slaves. I don't know where they're all from.
More dwarves?
A small
I
handful.
think. Yeah, there's a few. Mostly fair folk. Orcs don't really care, and the dungeon doesn't really care who it swallows. It just does seem to ignore and not like gnomes. Don't know why.
Well, that's handy. Because, there's a lot of gnomes here.
Now Dame Fazan was one of the various military dwarves in your clan who went missing many, many years ago. And in fact, over a decade ago.
Okay. Fazan, if we got you a map, could you show us where the dungeon grabbed you? Because you've been missing for a long time. The people are very worried about you. We can get you home.
Please, just if you could help get us all home.
We'll do the best
We
we
all
can.
need.
Well, we
Are
came
these
here for a
people-
windmill.
Are these people bound to the stone thief, like
They're not.
like the door and stuff? Oh, okay. So we could technically get them out.
Danny could tell you. Sorry, Ganny. I keep thinking you're Danny. Ganny could tell you that some of the orcs are born of the stone thief and therefore are part of it, but others find various bits of sanctuary in the dungeon to hide while the dungeon submerges. In fact, Ganny, the telltale signs that the dungeon is soon going to submerge again are starting to go through.
I think it's gonna submerge again soon. We don't have much time. If you're gonna help us out, you need to do it fast, and we need to. We just want to leave. Just
Okay, you guys sit tight. Find somewhere safe to hang out.
there's
gonna go kill
nowhere
some-
safe.
It's okay. They just find like a little alcove. Just
No,
sit behind
you
a
don't
rock.
understand.
Or...
Do what,
You don't-
Kalia?
You don't understand. The orcs patrol regularly. They patrol every inch of this damn place. If we hide, we're dead. If we flee, we're dead. If they find us, we're dead. And it's not just that they'll kill us one-off. They kill us in the most cruel and unimaginable ways. They make an example and a spectacle of us before our other slaves. They crush us with fear. And they're just terrible to us. You cannot leave us to our own devices. We will not survive. We're not like you. We're weak.
Sod
We've
the
been beaten.
windmill. There's people here. We have to help the people.
I agree.
These are my people.
I don't mean to be a bother, but we cannot get out on our own. Y'all are the first bit of hope I've had in a long time.
You're not a bother. We only came down here for a building anyway. There's plenty of those up where we came from.
I agree with Dave. The priestess would want us to save the people anyway.
Yeah. Should we try? How far would they have been able to get in this time with the other slaves?
So up that direction is back towards the slaver camp, the orc stronghold of this area.
Ganny, I'm gonna need you to tell us everything you know about this camp, where your people are.
DM, I don't think you gave me that information.
And Ganny, the camp was where slaves tend to get captured and brought to originally, and is
Okay.
a small. You otherwise just get passed through it here and there, up and through this level and back down again.
Yeah. Okay. So
there's 2 commanders there that you should have in your notes.
Yeah. There's it's just where they bring the new slaves. There's 2 commanders. There's Lasher and Kazakh. They're both there, and they oversee the processing and breaking of the slaves. I've seen them fight. I've heard them fight. I don't really understand. It's something about Fangrot and allegiances. I try to keep my head down. I try not to stir up too much trouble, because if they catch you looking the wrong way, you're dead.
Wow.
So,
team, how do you feel about breaking up a slave camp?
I am all in favor.
We definitely have to.
And we take them, grab as many slaves as we can, and I say we get off this thing.
Ganny could tell you there's a lot, like there's hundreds of slaves, all things considered.
Hundreds? How many orcs?
The one cleric told you that he had counted a battery, even in what passed in patrols, which was like 200.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna need more people.
Hey guys. Yeesh. I really want to throw myself in a pit of lava right now.
What?
Hold on.
Just give me a sec. I just gotta do some.
You know, I sent you that so you wouldn't forget, but I didn't think you'd just interrupt the middle of roleplay to go do that.
I think, unfortunately, someone could help us get some more people.
All right, we're gonna get back to Callie in a minute here. You could have quietly inched over there. You didn't have to break up a narrative moment.
Gannon, have you ever held a weapon before?
I've held farm tools. I know how to wield a hammer
and an axe, I presume.
I think I can hold an axe.
All right, so we're very similar.
I'll take what you can give me. I won't make any promises of trying to be good with it.
You likely won't have to use it, but if the orcs see you are the only unarmed person, you're going to be the target.
I appreciate your consideration.
Ganny could also tell you that the orcs' main fort is down in a different level called Deep Keep, which is where the farms and fighting pit arena are. So not all the orcs are going to be on this level.
Yeah.
We can't do a full assault. We can't free them all this time. But we can get out as many as we can and then come back with reinforcements.
That's all I ask. And anything you can do. We've been suffering for so long. It's a nightmare down here.
If we can prove that the missing Jadespine troops are in the Stone Thief by getting Fazan out, then we can probably get Dwarf King army assistance.
He's fighting a war already and losing.
We'll get anyone he can claim. We might be able to get Elf Queen assistance as well if we can get an elf out.
That's true.
Truthfully, this war.
Now I will let you know that the Stone Thief successfully eating that windmill will give it additional power. It will turn it to its own machinations, and it will become a permanent feature in the Stone Thief to deal with in the future.
Gotta watch out for that windmill blade, guys.
Yeah, well, the priestess would want to help save the people, so that's for sure his vote.
Leanne?
Seems like it's the Danes, too.
Leanne doesn't care about this windmill, so definitely helping these people.
If these orcs are anything like the tyrants among the stars, I hate to say that an unprepared, haphazard assault is the ones that you speak of, may very well hinder our progress more than help it. They will know that we are coming again. They will prepare and may even move the slaves to another location.
And we'll hunt him down and kill him again.
No, he's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, we won't have the element of surprise. In fact, it's likely we walk into a trap.
I don't know
Where'd
about
Kelly
you.
go?
So, she's
I'm sure she has thoughts on this.
You saw how Callie had just rushed in to save Ganny here. And you really think she cares about a windmill that the priestess has?
Yeah.
We have to harden our hearts.
Power could be.
All right. It's settled then, I think. We're going to try to save as many people as we can. But we're all going to keep our eyes peeled.
At the very least, we need to have an idea of what we're walking into. We need to have proof for us to go and get help, even if we don't mount a rescue attempt.
Well,
I will not dissuade
what more
you.
proof do we need than Ganny?
I will not dissuade you from searching for justice. I merely suggest from years of experience fighting these sort of organizations that they are ruthless in their endeavor, and if they think they would lose stock, I guarantee they would rather slaughter it than let us return for them.
Yeah, they're also on a living dungeon that digs through ground. We would need to have a way of knowing exactly where the Stone Thief is coming next, which we do. They probably don't know that we do.
If anyone can free the slaves, if anyone can help us, can get us out, it's got to be you.
Look, if nothing else, we can probably get Usador to come back down with us. He'd be a help.
We prevent the Stone Thief from absorbing the mill. Keep it at its current strength, which we know how to gauge and know how to deal with. We can traverse it and return with a force greater, but if we assault the keep now, we risk losing it all.
Should we put it to a vote?
My vote is I think we need to do reconnaissance. I think Havel's right. We can't storm the keep now, but I think we need to know what kind of thing we're getting into. We need as much information as we can so that we can get appropriate help once we get back up. This is too big an operation for us to take it right now.
So, you want one person to scout?
I vote we take the time to scout and then go after the windmill.
I hate to break it to you, Dane, but we are not a very stealthy group.
You're gonna leave us to die?
We'd come back, but you can't. It'll only get stronger and capture more people if we let it take the windmill. And we can always come back and save it.
We do have one amongst our numbers who is capable of quite a daring escape if need be.
That's
and
true,
Havel was sort of like glow as Roz is like busy drinking from the water again.
If we were to be captured, at the moment that they try to take me from the lizard, I will escape with him, and I will relay to you everything that I see inside.
How do we get the lizard to go there?
Have him lose the fight to the orcs.
He would become enslaved.
He would understand. I think he'd just get himself killed.
They wouldn't just kill him. They would.
Well, he can tell.
You don't understand. They eat us alive. They pick random slaves.
We should come back. Raz is running the slave camp.
They just eat us alive.
All right, I think we should get Kelly here, and I think we should.
What is going on?
Callie has returned, and how do we put it? You look slightly less pretty and slightly more, like, stocky now.
Stocky?
Ew, why did you describe it like that?
You have higher constitution.
Ew. Okay, you could have just said buff or
Yeah, she looks buffer.
something.
Less pretty, maybe.
I would disagree. You could still be pretty and buff at the same time.
Your charisma went down.
How dare you?
How dare you? Kalia, what do you think? What do you think about helping the slaves versus other options?
I think we're standing around talking too much. I think we need to do something and do something fast. And if the stone thief is currently eating the windmill, then we need to go get the windmill. The slaves will be there.
You said that's right in front of Gary.
Yeah.
Verlon's going to chime in, and he's going to be like, "Oh, pardon, masters." Verlon, by the way, is pretended to be a vampire.
Stinky little
he's
man.
bald. His teeth are gummy. He's like taking these. I'm glad you saved me, but you promised me a place to rule the stone thief.
Yeah.
You're gonna take out what, 3-4 slaves at a time?
I don't know. The slaves are your guys' prerogative. I think the windmill is more important.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. It sounds like we're doing windmill then.
I mean, the more we've been talking, the more it seems unrealistic that we can save a good portion of people.
Hey, Ganny, your eyes here. Eyes are up here. If we don't get that windmill, then the stone thief is going to get even stronger. And you know what that means? More orcs. If we take out that windmill and you stay alive and you maybe, do what they're asking of you, go grow that fungus, go mine some rocks.
You don't understand.
No.
You don't
understand. We take Danny and Fazan with us, and we come back for the rest.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Kelly, you wanted to leave these people?
I mean,
what is wrong with you?
Hey, it's just collateral damage in my eyes.
What is wrong with you?
I will not leave without the other slaves. I will not leave without them. But if you do not take the slaves, then they will kill me.
You must understand, Ganny, that you are no longer a victim to their twisted desires. They order your life no longer now that you stand among us. And
I owe myself, and my strength these past years has come from the other slaves. I've done my best to help them keep their hopes up and their heads down, but they've done the same for me.
We aren't asking you to abandon them forever.
Now,
if
Danny,
we save the...
Go ahead.
Serve them well. Once we break the surface, you will become an emissary, and it will be your duty to speak out in the courts and rally our troops to return.
We have connections.
Say the other slaves, you mean just your group, or like every slave in the Stone Thief?
I mean my group.
All right.
My fam, my people.
That's
the people
what,
who I actually care
10,
about. And
20, 25 people?
DM?
I don't know. How big is your group?
Probably close to half of the slaves.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that's probably like 50, 100.
I know most everyone who works in the fungus farms, and I can tell you, the fact that you're here, the fact that you killed the slave driver, they're just going to be more cruel. They're going to kill more. You have to get us out, or more people are going to die. More innocent people are going to die. And yeah, sure, you could take me out. I could dance before the courts. But the guilt of every single person who dies would lay heavy on my conscience. I could not bear that.
But you're saving the people that it will eat in the future if it gets
So
killed.
we rescue your kin, a couple dozen at the most, and then condemn the rest of them to death, wherein you simply have to risk yourself
Think these
and a couple lives to save hundreds more.
You have no morals, any of you. Go for the windmill if you want, but I'm not helping.
Do you think we can get them out?
If anyone can, it's you.
That is a huge operation. Do you honestly think there's what? There's not that many of us. Do you honestly think that we can get them out?
After what I just saw, yes.
Leanne, do you think so? You're the commander. You've heard these odds.
Well, I would rather die saving them than let them remain for who knows how long.
But we'll return.
Do we know when the Stone Thief will surface again for us to even get another chance? We already killed a slave driver. They're already going to use at least some of them as an example to make sure that they have no hope again.
You have to look at the bigger picture, though. I know it's hard, but you have to.
If you think we have a chance, if you think that we can actually get them out, then it is. You're right. I have a responsibility to my people to save them. But if we can't do this, if we're going to die doing this, then we have to go for help. We have to make sure that we do this. We save as many as we can.
Do you think a party of 5 can save 50 plus people?
That's about the town people that you saved when the Stone Thief attacked the town.
How many slave drivers will
But
be there?
we commanded them to run. We cannot command these people to run.
We would need help getting out. We cannot navigate this place on our own.
We need the tiefling. What was his name?
His name was Bartholomew.
We would need Bartholomew.
Now, the way the dungeon's currently configured, unless you find a different exit, the way back out is through the gauntlet.
And then we'll submerge by the time we get. We have to get out before it resubmerges.
Yanni,
right.
Are you ready to possibly condemn everyone you know and love within those months to death?
That's a hard question.
Please just help us. Please. And Yanni right now, he falls to his knees and tears just start coming down his face.
Then I stand with you. I have died once in stance of protecting an entire planet, a population of millions. And here I stand today given the opportunity to try again, and I have weighed these options and found my stratagem lacking in favor of courage and determination. Leanne, you have my service.
I'm not sure if we'd win, but if we can even get a small amount of them out, I would be happier. They will die anyway. We've already struck and given them hope. Any more hope that we give them, I don't know if the Orcs would punish proportionally.
Hope is a poison. If you're going to give us hope and take it away, you'd be better off just to kill us.
Alright, let's do it.
I joined the legislators to protect people, not property.
But we can protect more if we weaken the Stone Thief.
And how long would it be? How many would die just from a single disobedient step until the Stone Thief rises again and we show up? Our armies easily detected, and they slaughter them all in the siege upon their keep. Do you think the orcs would care?
I mean, we're choosing between saving 50, possibly hundreds of people in the future.
We will fight, and it is not uncertain that one of us will fall. But in exchange, the slimmest glance of victory is better than abandonment.
Let's do it. It's going to be rough. It's going to be bad. Yes, the stone thief will be stronger, but you know what? I think we have other things that we can do to try to narrow that field. The intelligence, that the information that we'll get from these slaves who've been working in these tunnels the entire time, I think that will help us to even the odds against one windmill.
All right, can I get a group vote? Rumham, help the slaves or go for the windmill?
I mean, I still think there's a way we can do both. I'm still in group. Get the windmill first.
I rolled
It's
over my
unpopular.
headset.
It's unpopular, but windmill first.
One windmill. Dame.
Slaves.
Slaves. One windmill, one slaves. Leanne.
Slaves.
2 slaves, 1 windmill. Lucian.
It's so hard because at one point, willing to just lay down the life these people, but in the end, you could say more in the future. But
What you have time to do one, unless you use your remaining Earth Spear to buy additional time, and that's the only one you have. You could try to replicate it if you bring it back out. You could pin the Stone Thief in place and buy time, or else you won't have enough time before it submerges again to do both.
the priestess can't help me decide.
Nope. This is a genuinely difficult question.
All right, I'm gauging the.
Do you want to wait, Rasa? Do you have an answer?
Roz is still like burping up bits of the sorceress.
Okay, Havel.
We fight.
4 slaves.
There's going to be a fight either way, I'm sure.
For the lives of those who have come into the servitude of the stone thief.
All right. That's 3 for the slaves and 1 for the windmill, and so.
Ganny? The priestess has answered your prayers.
Priestess didn't answer anything.
All
I have a hard time believing in gods anymore, good sir. But I thank you all for your hearts.
Don't worry, I was there once too, Ganny. You'll get there.
All right, we are going to call that end of the session then. Just a little bit over. Thanks again, JPEG, for joining. The end of the session is we go around and say, what did we like? What did we want to see again? Rumham, go ahead and start us off.
Jeez. Man. I liked seeing new enemy, the Blood Mage. That was pretty cool. Did not like getting knocked out. But
they were about to summon a demon.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. But that was cool. I always appreciate seeing that. As much as I like moral dilemmas, I just going back and forth and talking about what's right and what's wrong, it sucks because nobody can ever come to agreement. That's just a personal preference though. As someone whose character tends to see things in black and white, it makes for not as much engagement, but that's just Kalia.
I mean, for
But,
everyone else, you going through your arc of whether or not to give up the Crusader was black and white for them, but hard for you. So
yeah. No, I know, but still, I do enjoy moral dilemmas. I really, that's all the thoughts I have. I can't, nothing left in my brain. 0 brain cells.
all right, Ellen.
Let's see, something I liked. I liked this I mean, I liked most of the combats. But I liked that this one felt like genuinely kind of messy and all over the place. And I'm a little bit disappointed in us because I feel like there should have been more things that we could have done to like control it, but at the same time, it was a little bit fun to just have things go to shit.
Mhm.
The way
I
I
like
structured it was, that you guys would go down one of the various paths and probably start a fight and probably end up getting converged on. It's just where you decide to do that would, change your tactics and such.
Did
Yep.
Grizz foil the plans?
No, I mean, I didn't really have a thought of where or when you would fight. It's just, I liked how you blocked the one side path and kept from getting, attacked from behind. Anyway, Ellen, so what do you want to see again? Someone or something you want to see again?
I liked what was it, Ganon? What was
Ganny.
Ganny, there we go. I liked Ganny a lot. I thought you played him well, and I thought he was a cool character with a tragic but interesting storyline. And we
I
saw
agree.
another Jade Spine. I want to see more Jade Spines.
Yeah, okay. Even one with missing their tongue?
Yeah, well, one Jade Spine is better than none, even severely traumatized.
Ganny, thanks again for coming.
Sure.
That fight took maybe a little longer, but still fine. So I apologize for the first hour and a half with you mostly watching combat happen. But you certainly played the please help me character in a compelling, interesting way that if I had tried to do as GM, they'd be like, no. Not interested. They would have been like, no windmill.
That much is true.
What do
Well,
you like?
I'm glad I could help.
And what would you want to see again in the future? Hopefully you'll be around next week as well as we continue to explore the path of freeing the slaves.
I should be around next week. Let's see. It was interesting to see the combat. Yeah, it was kind of hectic. But I was kind of going through, like, I wasn't saying it, but I was going through like what Ganny was doing as like, and what was going through his mind while all this was happening, and it was kind of, it was kind of interesting to experience. He's like, no, don't give in to hope. It's not going to happen. And then, all of my captors are dead. And that moment of shock of well shit, what now? What I'd like to see more of, just I hope I'd like to keep going with this. I'd like to come back next week and give Ganny an axe and hopefully not get him killed.
All right, Pow.
I enjoyed the group conflict. I enjoyed the dilemma behind it. I hope I don't need to explain why. That would be interesting. Going forward, what I would like to see, who just rolled like 20 million dice? Who does? Alright. What I would like to see going forward, though. More glowing dragon eyes.
All right. I did see you store your command points,
Just
by the way.
rolled
That was
20 d20.
Gaddy.
What?
If you go to the gear, you can actually set and then configure settings and dice so nice. You can set your own 3D dice theme.
Yep.
All right, Max. This was your first big ethical dilemma. What do you like? What do you want to see again?
I liked it, and I thought that Ganny again. Ellen, Oh, I agree that Candy was played really. Glad I did not shoot him in the face.
We got most of it. Continue.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't shoot Candy in the face.
Yeah, I'm glad of that too.
Which, would that have killed him?
Yes.
Yeah.
This would have gone so much differently if I didn't re-roll that.
You targeted and attacked him before I could even say like what the penalties of shooting at someone with a human shield were, and it's like, welp.
Like, you didn't mention what it was.
Like I mentioned the -4, sure, yeah, I could clarify that like there was a risk of hitting them then, but most of the time I'm targeting this person. I have like some chance. Nope, Max was confident. Let loose 2 arrows, nearly killed Ganny without saying more than a few words. And it's like, well, thanks for coming, JPEG.
Yeah, but I think that if that hadn't have happened, we would be trekking towards the windmill.
Yep.
For sure.
None the wiser.
And I like the moral dilemma character. I think lost a lot of respect for Callie as a character for her moral choice of wanting to just leave them. But no, I really liked it a lot.
I mean, you originally said windmill and came around to it, and she disappeared in the middle of that to go do her own little like attribute rearrange.
Actually, he said save the people, and then the more we.
Oh right, you're right.
And then actually Havel, which I also really like as a positive. I really like that Havel is like really a character and a big part of like our discussion. So it's not just like Ross is doing this while we're all talking.
And finally, Seb. Seb.
Raza.
Havel. Oh
no.
Hello?
There
okay.
you are.
Yeah, 90% sure that that moral dilemma is not in the book.
What? What do you mean that's not in the book?
100% sure that you came up with that. That sounds like such a mage flame thing to do.
Wow. How dare you?
I'm pointing fingers. That said,
it says right here in the book, page 184, pull JPEG in as a guest star to roleplay a slave, and the missing Jade Spine member without a tongue to make the party decide between the windmill and saving the slaves.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book.
I'm surprised JPEG got in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
When you have connections. Yeah, so a couple of hits. This was a deeply fun combat because I got a lot of mobility
You sure
and
did.
I got a lot of options and I got a turn with like 3 attacks in.
You got to be the blender you always wanted to be.
Oh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. 13th Age is really paying off.
A lot of held actions.
A lot of held actions, which I really appreciate from the group because I think static initiative can be a little like slow when people are deciding their actions and stuff like that. But whenever you set up a condition like, oh, when this happens, then X, I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, props to the GM for letting that happen. Also, the general design of the encounter I think was pretty cool as well. What else was really fun? Didn't get to loot the sorceress, which I would have liked to see what she had on her person. But you know, we had other stuff to do, and I'm glad that we made the time to get Josh in there and do that Ganny bit. I like that a lot.
I know
really...
loot, like you guys are generally assumed to be picking up, you know, their pockets of coins and their random valuables and such. It's just I only mentioned like the magic items of note, and then later on it all gets abstracted away to you guys have for finishing the Stone Thief gotten, you know, X amount of gold by selling those, you know, etc.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know for later. I regret that we can't do stuff like splitting the party and then doing multiple fronts like that because number one, it's always a bad idea in tabletop, and number two, these guys are tough, and they're presumed to have huge numbers. So I don't want to go ahead and assume that it would be, a scot-free encounter or something like that. I do sort of
If you
imagine
want
that.
to split the party,
I'm not. I did not say that.
If you want to split the party, I am 100% on board
I
with watching each of you die
did not
independently.
say that. And I
All
don't
right.
want to hear anybody pointing fingers when it happens because I'm saying it now. I don't want to split the party. But if it did, it would allow for some pretty interesting narrative stuff to happen.
All right. So which one of us is getting custody over Raza, and which one of us is getting custody over Pavel?
So yeah, that said, I'm excited to see what comes up next. I did not think there would be a fully fledged. You mentioned some other stuff in there, and I'm not going to dredge it up in case you do want it to be a little bit of a partial surprise later on. But I did not think there was this level of organization inside of the Stone Thief, such that there would be operational orc farms and keeps inside, much less the other stuff that I heard. But I am excited to sort of see that. And I think that's it for my feedback.
All right. There are 13 levels to the Stone Thief. Lots of surprises.
And chat, what does chat want?
Chat doesn't want you guys to die.
Aw, thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat. All right, thanks so much. I know we went a little over, but I think it was great roleplay that we ended on. Good combat, good feedback. I will see you all again 7 o'clock p.m. CST next week. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks for hosting.